me, but only see the... Okay, can you hear my voice better now? Okay, I'll fix that. Okay, can you hear my voice? You shouldn't be able to hear music. Okay, it does sound like I'm really quiet though. I'm gonna try and fix that. Oh, it's because my microphone stopped working. Oh, it's because my microphone stopped working. Hello. Can you guys hear me better now? Okay. Yippee! I don't know how to do. Okay. There's such a delay between the streaming and my actual being able to hear myself. So that's definitely not gonna mess me up at all, but I'll figure that out later. Okay, so I have all of these references that I've accumulated of various kitty cats because I thought I would just do some warm ups of warrior cat drawings to feel if I liked the vibe of streaming or not. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Um, and if you can't, you should say something when you finally get to it. Okay, so if any of you guys see a reference photo that you specifically like, feel free to point it out in the chat and I'll try and get to it if I see your comment. I really wanted to do this one specifically with um, Fireheart and Gray Stripe in, I think it's Fire and Ice when they beat each other up, and I think that's funny. So that's the plan. I would love to have music, but with this being my first time streaming, I literally have no idea how to make that happen without overpowering my microphone. So you guys just get me yapping to you. Who doesn't like me yapping? Okay. I have no references, or I have no designs because designs are for losers, and because I was not that prepared to stream. I know a lot. Thank you for enjoying my yapping, Sid. I know a lot of people do art streams, and they seem to have fun with that. And so the entire concept here was last month I wanted to stream, and then I didn't get around to it. So now is the plan to stream, and if I don't like it, I'm never gonna do it again. And if I do like it, maybe it'll happen more often. Um, Yeah. My tablet broke the other day. How long ago? I don't know. Maybe a week ago or so. No, like a month ago. It was like a month ago. So I've been doing nothing but iPad art for the past month, and I finally got a new tablet, and it is so nice to be able to use Fire Alpaca again. I know a lot of people act like Fire Alpaca is a bad program, and those people are factually wrong. I love this program so much. Procreate's fine, but like their fill-in tool, their like paint bucket tool is just awful. Like I hate it so much. And I don't like how the colors change when you do Procreate. And the brushes are really nice. I really do like the brushes in Procreate. I think they're fun. I think they can be better than the brushes in Fire Alpaca. But Fire Alpaca has the shop now down here. So you can have just like so many brushes, and so many of them are free. And Fire Alpaca is free, and Procreate is $10. And I literally hate it. I think it's awful. Um, so I am super, super happy to be back in Fire Alpaca, which makes streaming easier for me as well because this program just feels right for drawing. It feels like kind of like how one would draw in a sketchbook, but better because I don't like drawing in sketchbooks either. I want to make him angry, Lumpy Man. How dare you cheat on me for a River Clan cat, Gray Stripe? That's not angry at all. It's a bad day to be a Procreate user. I think that Procreate just needs more updates, which is weird for a app that is $10 and has been around for a while. And I know some people are trying to get it to be like they're like it's the industry standard now, and they're wrong. Um, and I think it would need just so much more updating to actually be an industry standard kind of device, especially Procreate Dreams. They honestly should have just waited longer to release Procreate Dreams because it has puppet tweening in it, which is really nice because my editing software that I use doesn't allow me to do puppet tweening. But other than that, Procreate Dreams, like you can't edit the brushes, and I don't think you can do a reference photo in it right now. I haven't used it in a couple weeks because I don't like it. But I stayed awake to watch. I stayed awake to buy Procreate Dreams at like 2 a.m. and I was so disappointed by it. And I hope that they get a lot more updates, but I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know if anyone else follows Procreate's news more closely than I do, but I don't know. I just think they need to get better at what they're doing. I should reread the first arc probably instead of just trying to remember what things looked like. Um, I remember they were like brawling in the middle of camp, and I think Blue Star broke it up, and that's really funny to me that Firestar just went like apeshit on his husband for cheating on him and for having to take care of his apprentice and all that stuff. Imagine being sick just so you can go get a wife. Come on, Gray Stripe, do better. There we go. Fluffy man. Fluffy kitty cat. If you make your cats fluffy, you can hide all your anatomy mistakes in the fluff. And then no one will ever know that you've been drawing cats your entire life but don't actually know how their anatomy works. What's this paw doing? Paw. There we go. That's what a paw looks like, I think. I always pull up reference photos, and then I always forget to use my reference photos, and so they become meaningless. Fireheart is the single mother of ThunderClan, adopting all the children. I don't remember. I, I think he only did have two apprentices of Cinder Pelt before the accident and Brambleclaw because, his daddy was evil and therefore he's evil. Which he is, but not because his daddy was evil. That kind of looks like Grace, right? That's kind of a vibe. If I just crop that, no one will ever know that I didn't draw the rest of Fireheart. Whoops. What? There we go. I know how to use my drawing program. Someone should give me something to yap about. I really, frankly, if I was a smart person, I would have prepared things to yap about, but I didn't. There we go. I'll give him a little color. Another good thing about Procreate, about Fire Alpaca, is that when you resize things, like you get some crunchiness in the lines here, but you really don't get that much. Like it's just versus like Procreate just gets so crunchy when you um, resize things or warp things. Although it does have the mesh warp, which is really nice, which Fire Alpaca doesn't have. But this stream is just me trying to get you guys to download Fire Alpaca because I think it's criminally unrelated as a laptop program for art. Sid said yap about my favorite book. My favorite Warriors book, which I might end up doing a full, like, researched long form video on, is Crooked Stars Promise. I know the names of books. Crooked Stars Promise is truly, I reread it last year, I think, and it is truly one of the most phenomenal Warriors books that I think has ever been written. It handles, in my opinion, this is all my opinion, it handles his disability like really well. Like it does a good mix of acknowledging that he does have shortcomings because his jaw is broken. Like um, he can't eat properly when he first gets the injury, and he has to learn how to catch mice in a different way and do the killing bite differently because his jaw's all broken. Um, while still like he still becomes a formidable warrior and he becomes leader. And so they do a good mix of showing that his disability disables him without making him a medicine cat or an elder or whatever and just being like, you're disabled, guess you get to die. We don't like disabled people in this society. And I don't know if it per se handles divorce well. My parents also aren't divorced, but it does talk about kitty cat divorce, and it shows how that like really impacts Crooked Kit, especially because he like really blames himself for it, like more so than because it's not his fault. I am not saying it is his fault, but his accident was the catalyst for Rainflower being extra assholey. So I can see how he would feel as if it were his fault. And I think the book handles that really well. I would frankly love a book about Oakhart, especially seeing how he went from being the second favorite to being the favorite, but then maybe he doesn't want to be the favorite because now Rainflower is being mean to his brother. Um, and I think that would be a really interesting super edition. Not that I think they ever will, because I don't think they really want to revisit old characters, or like they wouldn't want to tell the same story as Crooked Stars Promise just from another perspective. But I just think it would be cool to see how he handles his brother getting disabled and how he handles the kitty cat divorce. Um, and I think Crooked Stars Promise does a good job too of showing how like you shouldn't promise things that you're not prepared for and the consequences of signing contracts. There should be more children's literature that talks about the problem of signing contracts without knowing all the terms and conditions. That is what we're really missing in our society of literature. Um, and I also just think it's a good story. And they talk about like Crooked Star like flat up just leaves home, which seems to be a thing they liked doing. The authors liked doing in those early super editions because Crooked Kit leaves home. I don't know what this backstripe is doing. Crooked Kit leaves home, and Tall Star leaves home. I think he's Tall Tail when that happens. Tall Tail leaves home, and Yellowfing's exiled at the end of her book. Um, and they just really liked doing that, I guess. But it was really nice to see how Crooked Kit needed that time in the barn to understand and come to terms with his disability. And also, I liked that when he got back, they made him stay a kitten for way too damn long. I mean, it's not like if I was Cedar Star, would I have made him stay a kitten? I don't know, probably not. But I liked that there were consequences to his actions and his choosing to leave the clan. He then had to be a kitten for just so long. And there is kind of that weird age gap between Crooked Star and Willow Breeze, but because she was a baby when he was also a kid, but I think that means that he was like apprentice aged or maybe a little older. But also, they don't get together until she's fully like a warrior, so I think she's consenting fine. Um, and also that was just early warriors was they loved doing age gaps like that. Speaking of age gaps, you know what's weird is um Leopardfoot and Pine Star, because Leopardfoot is a baby at the beginning of Blue Star's prophecy, and Pine Star is the leader at the beginning of Blue Star's prophecy, and then they're mates in Blue Star's prophecy, and it's just like that's weird. That is a weird age gap. Normally, for early warriors, and especially if they're both like warriors when they get together, I don't really care. But like leader, been leader for a while, and you're getting with a child, like that is really, even by warrior cat standards, I think that's really weird, and I think they should stop doing that. And I think that should be retconned out of the books. Um, and then he left. He was like, "You're my wife, and you're a child, and now I'm gonna go be a kitty pet and hang out with my new wife, who like instantly got squashed by a car or something, if I recall. Was that a was that a novella? I have my Warrior Cat shelf behind me, but I can't see it right now. I think it was Pine Star's Choice. I think that's what it was called, and I think it was a novella where he like met a hot lady in Two Leg Place, and then was like, well, goodbye, teenage wife, and my three children who are actively dying. I'm gonna not do this anymore. I think he could have been like I don't know. I thought he was kind of interesting for leaving the clan. There we go. There's our little guys. When I first read about him, because I thought that's so intriguing. Why would he do that? But then we got Pine Star's Choice, and it's like he's just mean. That's the answer. That's the reason. I could have forgiven him, maybe, if he had a good enough reason, but he didn't have a good enough reason. He really just left for funsies. I think I have a grass brush. Do I? Oh, I do. Yippee. I'm really thirsty, just said. I truly have no idea how much of my surroundings you guys can hear, but I'm trying to be really far away from the mic when I get drinks because this isn't ASMR, even though my voice is really raspy right now. Um, yeah, we can just do leaves in the background. That's normal enough. Little kitty cat fight. Come here, you cheater. I'll beat you up. There we go. Well, I can do a little shading. This was supposed to be really quick doodles and not 20 or 30-minute long doodles. But you know, just a little shading, little atmosphere. I'll do. Here we go. These aren't really the brushes I normally use. I don't actually use anything except the default brush most of the time. But I really like. I'm liking how this one does like sun rays really well. I should use it more often. Upload, overlay, and yeah, we'll go with add. Filter, Gaussian blur. I find all these reference photos on TikTok that I want to draw all the time, and then they're always like, I don't know. It's all it's always like a million reference photos in one TikTok, and then I save like a million TikToks with which to do it, and then I just don't have enough life in my life to be able to do all of them. So I thought doing this would be going this way. I thought doing them on stream as quicker doodles would give me the same catharsis of wanting to get these little silly cats done without having to commit to real big art pieces like I would normally do. I did consider doing these with characters from my and my friends' roleplay, but I thought that would be less interesting to multiple people. There we go. Yippee! Okay, I need another picture. I really like this snow one. It's really goofy. I need. I don't know who I want to do with it. Where is it? There it is. There he is. I can't remember any cats that particularly hate snow. I remember Yellowfang being when she was a little baby, because I reread the book. When she was a little baby, her fur would get caught in the snow because she was too Persian. So maybe I'll do that for her. Cloud Kit. Oh, that's a really cute idea. Yeah, we're doing Cloud Kit. Imagine you're a baby, your mother gives you away so you can murder people, and then it snows. How awful. Oh, his little ears are so grumpy. I love that. I don't know. I genuinely don't know how people one draw and yap at the same time, and two how they come up with things to fill an entire um like hour, or some of those people do like 7 or 8 hour long streams. I just don't know what they're talking about the whole time. I should like watch a streamer instead of just streaming myself. Let's see. Ugh. Oh no, just no. How awful. Just no. I genuinely appreciate you asking questions, Sid. It's really helpful. Which warrior cat do I hate the most? I really, true story, I despised Firestar for the longest time. I thought he was the most annoying character after Arc 1, but I don't actually think that anymore. I think he's fine. Little baby hairs. Oh, he's so cold. Um, who do I hate? I don't really like Tiger Heart Star or Tiger Star the Second, or however you want to classify him. I just think he's like he's just mean. Like, he is decently consistently characterized, except in his super edition, where he's just like, I'm just a guy with anxiety. And it's like, no, you're really mean all the time. You're not just a guy with anxiety. Um, but he is at least characterized consistently as being a mean guy. Um, yeah, I don't know. I really like Splashtail right now as a villain. I think he's being very enjoyable. I don't like Outer Heart. That's not like hating though. That's just like a I don't like him. I found him really annoying and not the most interesting part of A Vision of Shadows. Um, I thought that Needletail and the babies were far more interesting. Um, but also, Outer Heart does not exist anymore. Like, I mean, he's like in the allegiances, but like, when's the last time Outer Heart did something in the text other than just be like Jay Feather's nurse? That's like all he does now. I hated Misty Star for a while, but she's dead, so that's pretty nice. I don't have to worry about her being just old. I didn't dislike her as a warrior. I kind of just hated that she was a leader for so long. And I can't believe she just died. Like, she was a full adult in book one, and she just died of, like, I don't know, like a stroke or something. I'm sure there will be some fun fact video that's like technically it was a heart attack or whatever. Like how all those Warrior Cat videos. I don't know if you guys ever watched them. I watched a lot of those like top 10 Warriors facts videos when I was a kid, and they were always like Leopard Star died of diabetes, or maybe it was just that she had diabetes. So I'm sure Warriors facts will start being like, I know exactly how Misty Star died, and it was a stroke or a heart attack or whatever, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anyone that I really truly like hate, and I feel like I definitely have cats that I hate. I just can't think of them. Jay Feather isn't an elder. He's just a cranky bitch all the time. He like whenever there's a moon pool scene, it's like someone shares information, and then Jay Feather is an asshole about it, and then Outerheart is like, "I'm sorry about Peepaw. He's just mean like that sometimes." And everyone's like, "Oh ha ha, Jay Feather," and they move on, and neither of them contribute anything to the conversation. Which kind of feels like every Moonpool meeting at this point. Like, I don't know, Frostpaw's trying to be interesting, but just like it's just so much talking. I think the Errands need to stop writing 6 book arcs because they never know what to do for the 5th book. I think the 5th book is what's coming out next. I think so. I think we're 4 books into a Starless Clan. So they're probably going to do absolutely nothing in the next book unless I'm completely wrong and we might be on the last book. I'm like halfway through Ivy Pool's Heart right now, and that is incredibly funny to me with the tigers. I really, really want the tigers to kill Splash Star. I know they won't because the Errands are cowards, but I think that would be the most enjoyable ending to the arc. Oh, there are people talking outside. I hope you can't hear that. Actually, more so, I hope they can't hear me. I literally just did a Cloudtail design, and I truly don't remember what it looks like at all. I know I made it look like he had little ram horns by making his tom cheeks all fluffy. Come to the forest. You can keep your testosterone-filled cheeks. I think that is really funny that that is actually like half of Rusty's motivation in the main books. It's like, you won't get neutered if you come to the forest. And then Frostpaw gets spayed, and Frostpaw lives in the forest, and the two legs yoinked her anyway. which, 10 out of 10 two legs there, frankly, doing their responsibility. Fat ass cheeks, yes. Look at my eyebrows. I don't remember his design, and I don't feel like looking it up. I just know he's a white cat, and that's boring. So now he's a gray and white cat, which there aren't many of actually in Warriors. Running Nose is gray and white, but I think Do Nose is gray and white, and I think there's one or two Sky Clan cats that are gray and white. But I think most cats, if they're gonna be like and white, it's like black and white or like orange and white. Everyone has to be orange because of Firestar. Um, my my father the other day was asking if the cats had music and dance, and if they have the ability to draw now, which is new. If they have the ability to draw symbols for tigers, I think they absolutely should start doing um, song and dance. I think that would be really, really funny, just as a concept for warriors. There we go. Some shadows. I believe it was, yeah, it was Cloudtail who went hunting in the snow with his adopted litter mates, and they were like trying to catch a mouse, and then there was a snowstorm, and so everyone had to go out looking for them. And I think Firestar was like really mad at him for doing that. Um, he was like, "Screw you, Dad. I I'm big. I'm not a kitty pet. I don't understand discrimination or why everyone keeps doing it to me." So maybe this is a precursor to that. Do I have? I don't know if I have anything for the snow specs. That's the that's a freckle brush that I use for Silke art. Here we go. Snow. No more Xbox Cloud Kit. We have McDonald's at home, Cloud Kit. You will eat a mouse and you will be happy about it. Let's make it white. There we go. Big. Oh, that doesn't show up very well at all. Well, time to go through the 20 million brushes I have, courtesy of free Fire Alpaca, because Fire Alpaca cares. Fire Alpaca cares about you, and they care about me, and they care about you having good brushes. I think part of it is it's just hard to see the snow because of the whiteness. The whiteness. Titanium white. I'll put a little. We'll do a little. There we go. Now you can see the white a smidgen better. I'll make it darker. What about no multiply? Yes. I think CloudKit should get more, or Cloud. What is his name? Cloudtail. I think Cloudtail should get more to do in the current arcs. They like forgot about all their old characters, and they only pay attention to the new ones now because they have that weird thing where they're like, you can read any arc in any order, which is why they're constantly um, like repeating things just like all the time, which is kind of what like TV does too. Um, Petition to bring back 22 season long episodes. I've been ranting about this to everyone because I've been watching HBO's Penguin, and I really like it. and I want like 8 seasons, and I want them all to have like 20 episodes in them. And I think that would, like, people don't watch shows anymore. Sid, I don't know what you said though. You can't too. I've yapped too much. I don't remember anything I've said. um, People don't watch shows anymore because they get canceled after a season. And if you would just not do that, maybe people would watch your shows. Damn, Sid hates Warriors. A fake fan? Oh my gosh. You're gonna get canceled. I'm gonna cancel you on Warriors Twitter, which I do not have an account for. I I participate in Warriors TikTok, which is a hellscape full of people stealing art and making edits with it, despite multiple creators asking them to please stop doing that. Okay, I'm gonna try and do. We'll do one more sketch, one more little thing, and then I'll stop the stream. Okay, let's do a quick one, and then I'll go do homework. Ew. Hmm. I like sticking in the kitten vein. Let's do this little guy. There we go. Should I make this? I'm gonna make it crooked kit because we were talking about him earlier. But it'll be like super super quick. I say that. I say it'll be super super quick, but that doesn't mean it actually will be. A little head. There we go. I like how big this kitten's ears are. I wanna theft. I'm going to steal his ears. No more ears for you. My father and I watched. How is his mouth crooked? I don't know if it ever says what side um his jaw goes on. I don't remember. Okay, well, I'll make this a little thick. Well, no, I'll keep it a little mouse because he caught mice in the bar. I watched Salem's Lot with my father last night on HBO Max, and it was pretty good. We were like, I know I just talked about how I want more content of like multiple seasons, but we were watching this supposed movie and it seemed to be going on forever. And I checked, and that is because the original 1970s movie is a 3 hour long movie because it was a mini series, which I think King liked to do because I know he did a Shining mini series as well. Um, yeah. And it was about vampires, and it was not that scary, but it had some really good jump scares, especially for being in the 70s. Not like the 70s can't have good movies, but I don't think of jump scares when I think of the 70s, but that might be just a me thing. Um, yeah, so we just sat there on the couch forever, and I was supposed to learn how to properly stream last night, and I was supposed to do homework last night, and I didn't do either of those things because I watched a little vampire movie instead. Okay, still foot. I have never learned how to draw mice, and it's really started being a problem when I'm trying to do these warrior cats art because they eat mice so often. I don't know about anyone else, but the way they would describe mice in the books as a kid, I was always like, I want to eat a mouse. Oh my gosh, it sounds so good. It's like savory and musky and it tastes like freedom in the forest. And I wanted to eat a mouse so badly. And every time I told my mother that, she would be truly, truly appalled, which is probably the correct reaction when your kid is telling you that they want to eat a mouse. Um, but maybe she should have fostered my curiosity. Okay, gosh, mom, big eyes, big eyes, big eyes. I like that this cat looks sassy. I'm not going to do that because I'm trying to be quick, which is something I've never been in my entire life. But I like that he's got like an eye partially closed. There we go. Big, big eyes. We got a mouse. I'll make him happy. I think Moon Kitty did a video about. Oh no, I was gonna say I thought she did a video about River Clan cats being fat, but she didn't. I just like yapped about it, and then she posted a video about. Oh, it was some cat from Dawn of the Clans, which I admittedly did not finish reading. Um, and it was talking about the fat phobia in there, and so Moon Kitty went on like a rant about um River Clan cats always being called fat by the other clans, but then the actual like descriptions of individual River Clan cats are never actually like fat. I think they call them like broad occasionally, and I think a lot of them are called live. Um, but if you ask me, every River Clan cat is fat, and that includes baby Crooked Star because they eat fish, and because it's cuter that way, and because more there's a car driving by. More warrior cats should be fat, frankly. If Firestar wasn't fat for his entire leadership, then I don't believe it. That that's them kitty pet genes. There we go. Little paws. Big old belly. Yeah. Yeah, big old tail. A baby, but not a newborn. Okay. He looks okay. His face isn't great. Let's see if I can't. Let's see if I can't fix this face. I mumble to myself a lot. I'm learning just now. Um, and I have no clue. I might have to rewatch this stream when I'm done. Because I have no clue how much of my mumbling comes across on the microphone or not. I had to get this microphone out of a storage box because I I use my library. My library has a really nice microphone, and that's what I use when I need to do like proper voice recording. Really nice microphone, except somehow it made my audio only show up in the left channel for my Yellow Thing Secret rewrite. But other than that, it's a nice microphone. But there is no way I am lugging my whole tablet setup. I forgot this is Fire Alpaca. I don't have to fill in the entire border of the lines. Um, I am not lugging my entire drawing setup to the library to use their microphone. So y'all get the. I think this is a Yeti. I think I'm using a blue Yeti that I convinced my mommy to buy for me many a year ago, and then never used. So I have no idea what the quality is, or if it picks up on anything, or if it puts everything in the left audio stream again. There we go. Ugh, I missed something. Is this? Oh, it's because it's on active play. Yippee! Spend. Now. Wait. There we go. There we go. I do know how to use my drawing program. Is he a tabby? I think he's a tabby. I'll do his mark. I'm not gonna do a background. I'll just do his markings and then I'll finish him up. He gets a little heart. A little heart on his head. And then I make so many designs for the Warriors cats, and I never keep them consistent. I never like come back and be like, I'm gonna use the same Crooked Star design all the time. No, I make a new one up on the spot every time. I bet there's like a Warriors Inktober. I bet someone's made that. And that would probably be fun to do the same designs with all the time. But I can't commit to 30-day long art challenges. I think I finished Inktober once, and I think that was also my first time doing Inktober. And then I've never completed it since then. Yeah, Instagram is where a lot of the Warriors stuff happens. Like the organized Warrior stuff, that's gonna happen on Instagram, which I try to use. I so don't like it. I'll see people who have hundreds of thousands of subscribers on YouTube or even close to like millions on TikTok who will get like an average of like 200 likes on an Instagram post because Instagram just I don't know if it's that Instagram sucks or if it's that Instagram sucks for artists or maybe it's a little bit of both. Or also, I know they're like only pushing reels out right now, which is also stupid. And I could just post my TikToks on my reels, which I think is what most people do. But I don't know. I just don't like doing that. It feels weird. Alright, good. We'll give him some shiny, happy teeth. Just gonna color pick this mouse. Yeah, baby. Gray mouse. I hope they start doing more stupid warrior cat names too. Like I don't know, like gray mouse. Like I don't know. Give me something where I feel bad for the cat having to have that name for their entire life. Or I think there's a Sky Clan cat called like Bella Leaf or something. And honestly, that just kind of slays because she was named after a kitty pet, which is where the Bella comes from. But I like, or they have Flip. No, Flip Claw is ThunderClan, which I also like. I think Flip Claw is a silly name, and I think they should do more of those. Don't take yourself seriously, Warrior Cats. You're like, you're cat books. You are cats having a weird culture, and that's it. So give them funnier names. I like Running Wind or Loud Belly was a character from Crooked Star's Promise. I think Loud Belly and similar names should come back. What like an insult? Can you imagine? You've like spent the first year of your life training to be a warrior for the clan that you love so much, and you've already been saddled with the name Loud Kit and Loud Paw, and they're like, Loud Belly. Your stomach's grumbling all the damn time, and we wish it would shut up. There we go. I'll just give him a yeah, fuzzy face, Foxheart. Foxheart is so funny to me because that is literally a slur in their own culture. And they were just like, yep, that's your name. And everyone's like chill with it. Like no one mentioned. Like you would think Yellowfang would be like, haha, she got named a slur. But nobody mentioned it. And that's so weird. There we go. Just a little bit of color or something back here. Just to make it not so boring. There we go. Okay. Oh, wow. I spent almost exactly an hour yapping about absolutely nothing. How phenomenal. Yeah, that's how you pronounce that. I don't know. I'll sign these because they're works of art. And then I'm gonna jump off the stream probably. All right, that's it. Thank you for. Oh, we have actually a couple people viewing. Hello, everyone who's viewing. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Sid, for asking me questions. I might do a stream again at some point. I might not. We'll just see what the future entails, and we'll see if I know how to